Thanks for tuning in to the KRVN Sports Podcast page, your home for all of the local broadcasts produced by KRVN Sports. This page and the playback is brought to you by Hoegemeyer Hybrids, raising the bar on yield performance. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jason Jorgensen. This Saturday, Kearney High once again will be hosting the Nebraska Girls Basketball Showcase. Now, one of those who is directly involved with this event, it was his idea, and he makes it happen every year, is Broken Bow head coach Kelly Cooksley. And he talks about the lineup and the state of things going into this weekend.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. We have a lot of people that help with it. First, got to give a shout-out to the Kearney Area Chamber of Commerce and Derek Rusher. He's kind of a partner with me on that. And got to also shout-out Kearney High. I think it's one of the premier, if not the premier facility in the state, and they are so gracious, and they open up their doors and allow us to kind of have an intimate setting, but a big setting for this awesome event. And we're just excited to get year 5, I believe, going here, and it's going to be a good one as far as the teams go and some of the star-studded talent.
8 games, again, will take place starting at 8:50, and then the last game at 8:30. What's kind of your read and your thoughts on the teams you're able to get to this year's event?
Every year we try to have a good mix and a good balance of cross-class competition. If we can bring in an out-of-state, which we do have one this year, top 10 teams, elite individual talent. I think every game has that. And one thing I really try to do is, I call it the Nebraska Girls Basketball Showcase, and I want to have every area of Nebraska represented. So we have the Panhandle to Omaha, all the way up to Pender, down to Maywood Hayes Center. I mean, everything in between is represented. And besides the state tournament, I don't think there's a collection of this much awesome female talent in the state. So we're excited for it, and just right down the line, it's going to be a great day.
You have a lot of area teams. Of course, Elm Creek Centura, Maywood Hayes Center will be taking on Shelton. You have a game yourself with Freeman, and then Minden against Oakland Craig. But you're also able to draw schools from the eastern part of the state. You've been able to do this with this tournament. Millard West is coming in, Gretna East. How do you convince those schools and coaches to come to Kearney?
I think it's just word of mouth as far as kind of what we provide for the kids. And, a lot of schools are looking and seeking good competition in maybe a neutral site, state tournament type game, because let's face it, when you get to Lincoln, it's a neutral site and you're playing somebody good. And we try to provide that venue and that avenue for those people to play those games. And we try to treat people the right way. And so they always want to come back. And, I think it's a good thing when a lot of teams are already asking after their games, they'll be like, hey, you got a spot maybe next year, So that's one good thing for our thing that we got going on here, that people want to continually come back, and it's just a great event. And I'm biased, I know, but I've had a lot of people say it's a great event, and it's cheap to get in. As far as it's $10 for 8 games, so I mean, you just can't beat that price anywhere, and for the amount of action you get. So we're proud of what we built, and we're ready to really showcase some awesome teams and talent this year.
How about your own matchup with Freeman on Saturday?
Well, like we kind of spoke a little bit here, we're kind of trying to figure some things out. And Freeman, I believe they're 8-1, 9-1, something like that. So they'll have a few days to prep for us. We got Sydney the night before, so another who is actually in the showcase. Yeah. So we got a tough little stretch there, but they're a solid team. They're really athletic, and it's somebody we don't play. And they're in the top 10, and it's just a different opponent. And instead of playing, your conference schedule grind and stuff. So we're excited for the matchup in a premier venue, and chance to maybe make a splash.
Sure, each year you learn something, or you come across something that you'd like to improve. In the 5 years you've done this, what's the biggest thing you've learned or taken away from doing this?
That it takes an absolute village to get this going. Because when I first started, I thought I could do everything myself, and that is not the case. I mean, from the business side of it, we're getting sponsors and stuff. I've had just a tremendous amount of help from the Kearney. That's why I partnered with the Kearney Chamber of Commerce, who's a reputable partner in the area, and partnering with them has been the best thing I could have ever done, because they've helped me as far as just running that aspect of it. But you're always kind of learning something here and there every year. But I really like where we're at right now. I think we're really in a really good spot as far as just continuing to build on what we've already built. And like I said, I think just partnering with the chamber has helped out a ton.
That was the director of the Nebraska Girls Basketball Showcase, Kelly Cooksley. Once again, the action on Saturday morning starts at 8:50. Elm Creek will take on Centura. Games throughout the day. Once again, one admission charge will get you in. You can see all 8 games. The last game has Minden tomorrow night at Kearney High, taking on Oakland Craig at around 8:30. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jason Jorgensen.